The following is a presentation of Radio Alabama Sports. This broadcast is copyrighted by Radio Alabama for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast, descriptions, or accounts of the game without Radio Alabama's consent is strictly prohibited.
Well, it's the moment we've all been waiting for, 25 games, and it finally culminates in this. Welcome to the Wetumpka Sports Network. I'm Mitch Petrie alongside Deacon Meeks, and we've got Indians basketball right on deck. Just about a minute and a half away from tip-off here, where the Wetumpka Indians are getting ready to host the Percy Julian Phoenix in the area championship. It's supposed to be an exciting matchup. The Indians come into this one with an 18-7 overall record, undefeated in area play, which gives them the host card to this tournament. Percy Julian and Stanhope Elmore faced off last Friday, and Percy Julian got the win in a 65-63 nail-biter. It's almost time for a tip-off here, but before we get anything underway, Deacon, it's time for our keys to the game, presented by Remax Cornerstone Realty.
Well, the keys to the game for the Indians for me are going to have to be full court press and getting the ball into the paint for Caleb Ballard. We've seen the full court press work the whole year for the Indians, and I think if they utilize it this game, they will catch a dub against Percy Julian. But also, pushing the ball into the paint to Caleb Ballard and Tamorian Sudeth, their main big guys who have dominated all year. That is what the Indians are also going to have to do to get things moving on offense against Percy Julian.
Absolutely. I tend to agree with you there. This Indians team has done really great things all season long when they've been able to get the ball down into the paint. They've played some good defense, but most importantly, Coach Thomas emphasized in the pregame playing good defense and eliminating turnovers. Turnovers at times have been a problem with this team, but hopefully eliminating those tonight. But before we get anything else underway, it's time for the national anthem. And we are back now, and they're going to get ready to introduce the starting lineups. First, it'll be Percy Julian wearing their all-orange uniforms with blue numbering, blue PJ high lettering across the front of those jerseys. And then, of course, the white trim down the sides. First getting the start here tonight for the Phoenix is number 0, Chauncey Petaway. He'll be joined by number 10, Lamar Anderson. Joined again by number 12, Daquan Johnson. And then, of course, rounding it out here for the Phoenix, it's going to be number 24, Damone Porter. And last but not least is Tahir Muhammad. And in that game just about 2 weeks ago, where the Indians traveled to Montgomery to take on the Phoenix in the last regular season area game, Tahir Muhammad stayed hot from beyond the arc, nailed 3 of 7 from three-point range. And on the other end of the floor, representing your Indians here tonight, it'll be a couple of different guys. It'll be number 4, Chris Robinson, number 5, Caleb Ballard, number 10, LT Davis, number 22, Andrew Voiles, and number 30, Tom Sudeth. We'll take a quick break here, and when we come back, it'll be time for tip-off on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
from Radio Alabama Sports. This is the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network. Wetumpka basketball is presented by Collier Ford. Come on to Collier Ford. Proudly serving the River region for nearly 75 years. Online at collierfordinc.com. RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty and RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty Plus. Kathy Thornton, Chad Barrett, and Beverly Wright are your River Region real estate experts. Central Alabama Community College. Central to you, central to your success. Baptist Health, the official healthcare provider of the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network. Your health is our mission. Online at baptistfirst.org and the City of Wetumpka. First quarter action is brought to you by State Farm agent Jackson Hagan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Jackson Hagan is there.
And welcome back to the Central Alabama Community College broadcast booth. I'm Mitch Petrie, joined alongside Deacon Meeks. Indians just break the team huddle, and they're out on the floor getting ready to tip this one off. Hear the war chants in the background, and gym has really started to fill out here just about 30 minutes before tip-off. There was hardly anybody in here, but you've got bodies flowing in now as other sports are wrapping up their practices. And it'll be Caleb Ballard and Chauncey Petaway joined at the W logo at midcourt, battling each other for the tip-off. Caleb Ballard wins the tip-off for the Indians, and here they come. Andrew Voiles will bring the ball across half court. Looking for somewhere to go with it, starts driving to the rack, step backs outside, far side, pass intended for Caleb Ballard. It was picked off. Damone Porter trying to go coast to coast with it, lays it up and in the first points of the night belong to Damone Porter and the Percy Julian Phoenix. They'll inbound it to LT Davis, a new addition to this Indian starting lineup. Hustling down court, Andrew Voiles, corner three, too strong off the back iron. LT Davis hustles in and gets the rebound there. And another turnover for the Indians. Davis was looking for Ballard, but just passed it a little bit in front of him. Tahir Muhammad had the ball there for a second. Chris Robinson comes in and gets a nice steal. Passes as he's charging to the baseline, and a nice layup from Caleb Ballard will tie this thing at 2 with a lot happening here in that first minute.
Yeah, and a lot of action for the Indians right now, keeping the game at a very high pace. So hopefully the Indians can keep up with it and not outrun themselves on the court.
Yeah, it turned into a little bit of a track meet the last 2 times they played as a pass intended for Tahir Muhammad. They find him on a nice backdoor cut. Came out of the hands of Damone Porter. Muhammad's got his first of the game, and Phoenix are back on top 4-2. Tom Suddeth with it now. He'll pass to the far side wing, and a jumper from alongside the baseline. Caleb Ballard rattles around and falls out, but an offensive board and some put back there for Tom Suddeth and the Indians, and both teams trading blows, and it's now tied at 4.
That just shows the dynamic big duo of Wetumpka in the paint.
And there, Percy Julian has a turnover of their own. Damone Porter was looking for Chauncey Petaway right under the basket, bounced off of his chest, and rolled straight out of bounds. Phoenix are playing some full court pressure here as the Indians get ready to inbound this one. It'll be Robinson to start the chest mask cheer, and he'll give it over to Voiles, who gives it right back to Robinson. High arcing pass for Voiles right alongside the baseline, and they get it across half court. And now a far pass to LT Davis. He finds Tom Suddeth on the near side wing, driving inside, finishing through contact. Nice carry and cradle into the cup there from Tom Suddeth. He's got 4 already, and the Indians take their first lead of the night. It's Muhammad with it now. He's guarded by LT Davis. He found a man in the corner. Step over a 3 off the mark that time from Lamar Anderson. Voiles grabbed the rebound, gave it to Suddeth, and a couple of passes before it works its way back to Voiles. Voiles finds Suddeth out on the near side wing yet again, trying to drive inside. The ball was poked out there for a second, and everybody's scrambling for it on the floor there. And Percy Julian will take a timeout there to save a potential turnover or jump ball. Percy Julian had the jump ball anyway, but Coach Brian Johnson thinks better of it, and he'll take the timeout himself. I want to remind you to stay connected with Central Access. Get blazing fast internet starting at 300 megabits per second for just $59.99 a month. Reliable, affordable, and delivered straight to your door. Central Access has you covered. Central Access, your local link to broadband. Deacon, it's been a bit of a track meet here to start off this one. What are you thinking so far?
I mean, it's been a great game already, like you said. Indians have been passing the ball around very well, working in the paint very well, and Tom Sutton has already been putting his foot down and making a dominant performance in the paint for the Indians.
Well, you talked about it in that Remax Cornerstone Realty pregame show. Getting the ball in the paint here for the Indians is going to be a huge key to their success tonight, and it looks like it's working out for them so far. Inbounding this one for the Phoenix coming out of this timeout, it's Damone Porter. He gives it to Tahir Muhammad, but he's guarded by LT Davis. Indians matching Percy Julian's full court press with a bit of their own. A nice backdoor find there and a couple of passes. They find a man out on the arc floater from about 18 feet. Daquan Johnson ties it up at 6, and he's got his first points of the night. Inbound pass goes to Caleb Ballard, but he'll give it back to Robinson. Robinson is guarded by Daquan Johnson, avoids the trap there, spins out of it. Now he's got both defenders behind him. They find Caleb Ballard standing at the free throw line, working to the rack there, but they'll foul Caleb Ballard. Shot was off the mark, but he'll have a chance to earn 2 at the charity stripe.
And when you are a tall man like Caleb Ballard, it is pretty easy to draw a foul. So good job by Caleb Ballard and having a chance to get his free 2 at the line.
Yeah, and Caleb Ballard has done a great job all season of drawing fouls. When you've got a guy at his size standing at 6'5", probably close to 215 pounds, he's not an easy guy to stop. Sometimes you're resorted to fouling. First free throw from Ballard there off the mark, but a second one coming. And both free throws off the mark. LT Davis snags the rebound after it bounces off the hands of Damone Porter. They give it to Ballard over on the far side corner. Wills has it now, and he's looking for somewhere to go with it, and he'll give it back to Robinson. 4 minutes and 53 seconds left to go here in what has been an action-packed first quarter. Nice drive to the rack there. Chris Robinson gets his first points of the night. Indians take the lead right back after a hustle play rebound there from LT Davis. Indians are trapping a man in the corner, and it's Caleb Ballard. Steals it away, spins and knocks a man over. No foul call, but count the bucket for Caleb Ballard. Indians with a 10-6 lead.
And some great hustle plays being made by the Indians on the full court press. It's shown effective so far.
Catch and shoot 3 on the other end of the floor. Daquan Johnson nails it and brings the Phoenix within 1 of the Indians. It's 10-9. LT Davis with it now, and he'll pass over to the near side wing. Chris Robinson has it, starts driving inside. Jumper from the free throw line, in and out. Couple of players fighting for the rebound before it finally falls into the hands of a man. It's Daquan Johnson coming the other way for the Phoenix. And the pass slips out of his hands there. It looks like he was looking for Jason Harris down low, but just nobody home. Missed him by a good 3 feet there, and a turnover on the Phoenix.
And a good break for the Indians. Finally getting to settle down and take the game at their own pace with a 1-point lead.
And Percy Julian still showing a little bit of pressure here, and in a couple of nice passes from the Indians, they found Caleb Ballard almost for a second, but Jason Harris came soaring in, swatted it out of bounds, but the Indians will inbound it from below their own bucket. Voiles a high lob to Caleb Ballard to get this one underway. Ballard had it there in that elbow there for a second. Ball's on the floor now, and Percy Julian, couple of nice passes there, kind of rolled that one, did Lamar Anderson to avoid the jump ball. LT Davis comes crashing in from behind and pokes it right into the hands of Tom Sutton. Robinson has it now, and they find Caleb Ballard out on the near side wing. Ballard was driving inside, but they'll call an offensive foul there on Caleb Ballard. It'll be a charge drawn on the play by Daquan Johnson. Good job there to hustle in and set his feet and force the turnover on the Indians. We'll get a couple of substitutions now for the Phoenix. Cameron Ingram checking into the game, getting his first minutes in this one. And a late sub there from the Indians. Jeremiah Smiley will check into the game for the first time tonight, and LT Davis will take a quick seat on the bench. They give it to Muhammad to get things started. He's guarded by Smiley. Indians showing a little bit less pressure here, but still keeping Percy Julian honest. Muhammad brings it across half court, charging to the basket. Guarded by Caleb Ballard, and a nice finish over the top of him. It's at 11-10. Phoenix back on top after the bucket from Tahir Muhammad. Indians on the other end now. Robinson has it on the near side wing. Cross-court pass to Voiles, and they find Smiley. Open in the corner for 3, short on it. Rebound goes right into the hands of Muhammad and the Phoenix. They pass it into the far corner. It's Damone Porter with it now. They give it to Johnson, and he's driving down low. And as he's driving, they'll call a foul on the play. That one goes against, and waiting for a call here. That one goes against Caleb Ballard. So Ballard picking up 2 fouls already in this game, and definitely something to watch as we go on with 2.5 minutes left in this first quarter. First free throw, short-armed there by Daquan Johnson. He's got 5 for the Phoenix so far. He's their leading scorer tonight. Second free throw coming, and this one rattles around, no good either. Both teams have not made a free throw on their trips to the line. Rebound goes the way of the Indians, and Voiles will give it over to Robinson. Robinson gets double-teamed up top, but he finds an outlet. Andrew Voiles driving along the baseline. Tough layup there, but nice offensive rebound from John Hudson-Wingard after the miss. Robinson with a costly turnover there, and a turnover right back after Ernest Shuford couldn't come up with it. They had Voiles there for a second, and a couple of... Whoa, hard foul there from Tom Sudduth. That was quite the sequence. Voiles missed the free throw on the fast break. Percy Julian was trying to hustle down the floor, and a couple of players down now. We'll see if we can make out who it is. It's Daquan Johnson, and Tom Sudduth still has yet to get up on a knee there. They'll come check him out. Will Zach Weston, the trainer here for this Indian staff. Sudduth up now, just maybe got the wind knocked out of him. But going back to that sequence, Percy Julian was coming back on the fast break after the fast break miss from Andrew Voiles. They tried to pass it down low to the corner. John Hudson-Wingard slapped it out for a second. The ball went back into the hands of Tahir Muhammad, and he again tried to pass to the corner, and that's when Tom Sudduth came crashing in, and a tough collision there. They do call Tom Sudduth for the foul, so he'll get his first foul of the night. And good to see both players walk off under their own power. Looks like everybody's going to be all right. Harris will inbound it to Muhammad, and Muhammad steps on the baseline, was trying to dribble it back outside beyond the arc, but steps on the baseline there. Turnover on the Phoenix. Wow, that was quite the sequence.
Yeah, very hustle plays from each team. But Wetumpka seeming to prevail. Not many points scored off of those sequences for Percy Julian.
Voiles with it now, comes crashing inside. Smiley open on the far side corner, won't get it this time. A good rebound from Tom Sudduth. They find Jeremiah Smiley. He finishes through contact, and Indians take the lead right back, 12-11 with 1.5 minutes left here in quarter number 1.
And that was some great ball movement right there to find Jeremiah Smiley, the open guy in the paint.
Was great eyesight there as a catch-and-shoot 3 off the mark this time from DeCorey Hardy, but an offensive rebound by Cameron Ingram, and a floater immediately after it won't get it to go. But another chance here on this possession for the Phoenix. They give it up to Muhammad just in front of the half-court line, and he tells everybody to slow up for a second before giving it to DeCorey Hardy. They give it over to Ingram now and back over to Muhammad. A lot of bounce passes here for the Phoenix, trying to find somewhere to open up, maybe calling a play or two here, but it's just been a lot of passing, maybe trying to get the last. Here comes Chris Robinson. He got the steal and gets the jam, puts it down, and extends this Indians lead to 14-11. I think Coach Johnson wanted them to try to eat up this clock and get the last possession of the corner, but Chris Robinson, great awareness, steps in front of the pass and takes it home with nobody in front of him.
And what an electric play. I mean, he just knew where the ball was going, it seemed like, and swiped it right out of his hands for a quick, easy dunk.
And Percy Julian definitely trying to get the last shot of the possession now, 13 seconds and ticking, and they're just passing back and forth. No hustle on the play. Official is counting down and almost getting that 8-second violation. They give it to Muhammad on the corner, trying to jump into the contact. They give it to Voiles. He gets off the half-court shot, but nowhere close. And Indians with a 14-11 lead after one. We'll be right back on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
Second quarter action is brought to you by Golf Video. Live event and video production elevating your next project. Let Jackson Dean and his team make your event look like $1 million. Online at golfvideo.io.
When a sports injury has you sidelined, Baptist Ortho Now offers comprehensive orthopedic care with no appointment from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with board-certified specialists treating injuries and expert physical therapists administering everything from sports medicine to everyday recovery treatment. Baptist Ortho Now, getting you off the bench and back in the action. East Chase across from Target.
Back now for some second quarter action, and Phoenix will get the ball to start this one, and they inbound it in the backcourt to Tahir Muhammad to get things going. Muhammad will give it over to DeQuan Johnson, and he's guarded by Chris Robinson out on the far side wing. Cross-court pass to Tahir Muhammad, no problem there. Percy Julian really slowing things down now as Muhammad tries to crash to the rack. An underhand layup there. A nice shot from Tahir Muhammad will bring this within one for the Phoenix. 14-13 Indians still on top. Robinson with it now, and a couple of passes before they find Andrew Voiles driving inside, trying to draw the foul on the play, and he does. Won't get the bucket to go, but one of the better free throw shooters on this Indians team, and Andrew Voiles is heading to the free throw line.
Yeah, and that's one of those guys that you completely expect to make these 2 free throws. And I don't want to announce or jinx, but he's a great free throw shooter, so hopefully he does make these.
And first one rattles around there for a second. A little bit of a dramatic flare on that free throw, but no problem for Andrew Voiles. Nails that first free throw, and that is his first point of the night. And nothing but net that time. Great shots there from Andrew Voiles, first man of the contest to make a free throw. Both teams going 0 for 2 on their solo trips in that first quarter. 7 minutes and 14 seconds left here in quarter number 2. And it's Ernest Schufer with it now, who gives it over to Jason Harris. Back over to DeQuan Johnson, far side wing. Won't get the three-pointer there, and a hustle play from Jeremiah Smiley comes crashing in for it. A little bit of a collision there with Jason Harris, but the ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Phoenix, and they'll call Jason Harris for the foul on that one. First foul of the night for him. They inbound it to Voiles, and Voiles was racing down low, trying to find John Hudson-Wingard, but the pass just ever so slightly behind him. A little bit of a miscommunication there, and a turnover on the Indians.
Yeah, when you're running at that fast pace that they have been all game, it gets a bit ahead of you sometimes, but Andrew Voiles will lock in and make the right plays next time.
Muhammad's got it now on the other side of half court. He gives it over to Johnson, and Johnson driving inside before it's rejected by Jeremiah Smiley. Wingard with the rebound and gives it over to Chris Robinson. Robinson putting on the dribble moves now. He's guarded by Ernest Schuford. Find Andrew Voiles in the corner for 3. Off the mark that time, but the rebound comes down out of bounds, and it hits Jason Harris on its way. So Indians will still retain possession here. Get a substitution for the Phoenix now. Jamar Harris will come into the game and take the spot of Tahir Muhammad. Muhammad, the leading scorer for the Phoenix tonight, with 6. They inbound it to Smiley, and Smiley jumper from along the baseline off the mark. Offensive board from Tom Suddeth there, but the officials whistle that one, and they'll call the foul on Percy Julian. I believe it's going against Ernest Schuford, and it does. 3 fouls already in this quarter in just a minute and a half for the Percy Julian Phoenix. Definitely in danger of putting the Indians in the bonus here. Miller Lombardi also into the game now. Bounce pass to John Hudson-Wingard. He was trying to kick it back up top to Andrew Voiles, but it was tipped by the Phoenix, and John Hudson-Wingard will get called for a push foul there. First team foul of the quarter on the Indians, and first foul of the night against Wingard.
And to me, that kind of looked like the Percy Julian player was pushed by his teammate on accident when it came down with the ball, but the ref must have saw it otherwise on the court.
We'll say the referee was right there. Didn't exactly see that one all the way through, but officials will credit Wingard with the foul. With it now, it's Daquan Johnson driving inside, picks it above it, holds it above his head. Miller Lombardi pokes it out into the hands of Chris Robinson. Robinson maybe trying to do it all himself, thought about it. Up top, Tom Suddeth with it now. He's looking for Voiles, who's open on the near side wing, but ball was tipped as he threw it out of bounds, or maybe poked out of his hands, and it sails out of bounds over the head of Andrew Voiles. Indians lead it right now 16-13 with 5 minutes and 50 seconds left to go here in this first half. They'll inbound it to Shuford, who brings it across half court. Lost his dribble there for a second, but sticks with it. He'll give it over to Damone Porter, and now inside at the free throw line, it's Harris. Harris driving inside and gets whistled for the foul there. Goes against Andrew Voiles. First foul of the night against him. They will call the shooting foul on that, and Harris will head to the free throw line looking to make the first free throws of the night for Percy Julian. And he does so successfully. The first points of the night there for Jason Harris. Harris, second one, rattles around but falls through. 2-for-2 trip on the free throw line there for Jason Harris. Ernest Shuford will come out of the game now, and Lamar Anderson will cut on to the game in his place. Pass over there to Miller Lombardi. He was looking for Robinson up top, but it was picked off there by Daquan Johnson. Johnson was looking for somewhere to go with it, and I believe it was poked out of bounds there by the Indians. They'll inbound it from the baseline. Ballard will come onto the floor, back onto the floor now, and Wingard will head over to the bench.
The Indians playing some very handsy defense right now, making this game very tight and low scoring early.
It's definitely been a little bit of a physical game too. Both teams committing a decent amount of fouls there, but even a lot of fouls that aren't called. Both teams playing with a lot of emotion tonight. They find a man in the corner. It's Anderson. He drives inside but can't get it to go. Shot from about 4 feet there, layup over the head, almost like a little bit of a hook shot there, but it goes right out of bounds. And Robinson inbounds it to L.T. Davis, but he'll give it right back to Chris. They find Lombardi. Everybody was sleeping on that one, and a floater from alongside the baseline gives the Indians back to a 3-point lead, courtesy of Miller Lombardi. A little bit of a cherry-pick play there. Caught the Indians lacking themselves. Jamar Harris lays it up and in for the Phoenix, 18-17. Indians still lead it by 1. Voiles with it now, thought about a pass, and now he'll bring it across half court. He's guarded by Harris, and he'll give it to Robinson in the corner. Cross-court pass to L.T. Davis, and stepping into a three, Miller Lombardi, bottom, nails it. Last two possessions, count 2 made baskets for Miller Lombardi, a 3 and a 2. He's got 5 tonight on his first 2 shots of the game.
And talk about being electric off the bench. He's already making a big impact with his minutes.
Step back 3 off the mark that time from Daquan Johnson. Caleb Ballard comes away with it, and he's hustling down the floor. He had it poked out there for a second by Jamar Harris, but it goes out of bounds, much to the dismay of this Percy Julian crowd. They wanted a foul call, but officials disagree with them. Voiles inbounds it to L.T. Davis. He gives it right back to Voiles. Voiles crashing along the baseline, looking for Caleb Ballard, but the Phoenix come away with it. It's Lamar Anderson with it now. Anderson kicks over to Josh Harris, driving inside. In short arms, the layup there. And Harris will head back to the free throw line. That foul goes against Andrew Voiles. 2 fouls against Voiles here tonight.
Voiles playing some very tight defense, but getting those shooting fouls does add up, and it is costly when Wetumpka can't afford it right now in this very close, low-scoring game.
You're absolutely right. Sending your opponent to the free throw line, not exactly a recipe for success here in this one. Both teams have committed the same number of fouls, 3 apiece in this second quarter. First free throw, good from Harris. That one, not so much. Ballard grabs the rebound, and he'll give it over to Voiles. Voiles will give it over to Robinson now. Robinson likely the man to bring it across half court for the Indians. Couple of dribble moves. He lost it there for a second, and he was looking for Lombardi in the corner as he was driving inside the paint. Ball bounces off the chest of Tahir Muhammad, so Indians will be forced to try it again on this possession. Robinson finds Lombardi on the far side wing. In the paint to Caleb Ballard, and a nice bounce pass there. Voiles went up for it, but it was blocked. Voiles grabs his own miss, though. They find Caleb Ballard standing at the free throw line. Spin move floater, no good. And a couple of hands went up for that rebound, but they'll say it was last touched by the Indians. And 21-18, they still lead it. Percy Julian inbounds the ball to Anderson. They were coming crashing down, not able to stick with it. It was blocked by Caleb Ballard. LT Davis grabs the miss and inbounds it, saves it from going out of bounds to Miller Lombardi. He gives it over to Robinson, who's now standing at the half-court logo. Robinson guarded tightly here by Tahir Muhammad. He picks up the dribble, and the ball is loose now before it finds its way into the hands of Lamar Anderson. Anderson comes crashing down, spins around, brings it out back beyond the arc. Harris crashing inside, floater. He's got it, 21-20. And it's now just a one-point game yet again after the floater there from Jason Harris. Indians came crashing down the other way. It was poked out of bounds. And Coach Johnson was standing in front of Chris Robinson there for a second. He was trying to get a substitution in. And he does so successfully. DeCorey Hardy will come into the game here for the Phoenix. Robinson finds Ballard crashing down low, lays it up and in, and one. Count the bucket. Chance for a three-point play for Caleb Ballard.
And man, what a cut to the basket. He had his defender completely fooled with that cut. Great bucket to put the Indians ahead by even more, and hopefully by 2 possessions with this free throw.
3-point game right now, hoping to make it a 2-possession game like you said. Free throw for Caleb Ballard. Bounces way up high off the back iron, but falls through. Friendly bounce for the home team. Indians lead it by 4 after the Ballard. Muhammad comes crashing down. He finds a man in the corner. It was a floater that time from DeCorey Hardy. Missed it way high off the backboard. Voiles grabs the rebound and brings it across half court. Finds Lombardi, and now they find Robinson in the corner for 3. Bottom. He's got it. Chris Robinson with 7 points here tonight. Great find on the last possession. Now it's putting on the moves back on Chris Robinson. It was DeQuan Johnson. He shot the 3 after stepping over and clips it back to 4 after the Indians took a 7-point lead. A good shot there from DeQuan Johnson. Robinson trying to answer with a 3 of his own. He won't get it.
And man, right now it's a battle of testosterone in this matchup. It's back and forth with the buckets and blows from each team. I mean, talk about physical and competition-filled game. Both teams really wanting to win.
Absolutely. That was the foul there after on the rebound called against Caleb Ballard. 3 on Ballard now. He'll take a seat on the bench as Tom Suddeth will check into the game for him. Indians lead at 27-23 with 1:40 left. Muhammad crashing inside, finds a man in the corner for the lead. Just way too strong there from Lamar Anderson. Off the mark that time. Indian student section starting to fill up, and now breaking out the air ball chant. LT Davis with it now, brings it across half court. Miller Lombardi for the triple, off the mark. Rebound goes into the hands of Damone Porter. Trying to go quickly. They find a man. Lost it for a second. It was Anderson driving alongside the baseline. He'll pick up his dribble and kick back up top. First it was Hardy. Now it's Johnson. For 3 off the mark. Short on that one and missed it right by a little bit. Voiles with it now. He'll give it back to Lombardi on the near side wing. Lombardi lost it there for a second, but he sticks with it. Hands it off to Chris Robinson, who puts 2 defenders on the dirt. Robinson drives to the basket, but they'll get him for the foul call there. Indian student section wanted the and one, and I have to agree with them. Not sure what the travel call was there, but it'll wave off the basket for Robinson and the Indians.
Yeah, it may have not have been an and one. It may have been a foul on the floor, but Robinson definitely got pushed on that play. So that was a missed call by the refs.
I definitely tend to agree with you here. 50 seconds left. Muhammad racing down, but he'll slow it up. Standing at the W of half court, he'll kick it over to DeCorey Hardy. Got to believe the Phoenix are going to do the same thing they tried to in that first quarter. They're going to eat this clock as much as they can. Muhammad driving inside, floater with the left hand off the mark. Robinson grabs the rebound, and he'll give it over to Lombardi. He was poked there for a second. Lombardi had to come crashing in for it. Now it's Tom Suddeth. He knocked a man over. They won't call the foul. Loose ball, and everybody's diving for it. It finds its way into the hands of Tahir Muhammad from the elbow with the left hand. Sky hook off the mark. Lombardi will get called for the foul there, and with 16 and a half seconds, that will send Tahir Muhammad to the free throw line for the Phoenix. First foul of the night against Miller Lombardi.
Miller Lombardi playing with some hustle right now off the bench. Coach Thomas has been seeing how much he wants it, and he's keeping him out on the floor for good reason because he is playing with his complete heart out on the court.
Absolutely is. That free throw, first one, goes down there for Tahir Muhammad. He's got 7, looking to make it 8. Nothing but net on both free throws, and now the Indians lead just 2, 27-25. Inbound was tipped by Muhammad, and he hustles after it and sticks with it. 13 seconds left, and the last shot of the quarter will likely belong to the Phoenix. 8 seconds and ticking. The man with it, it's Daquan Johnson. Starts driving inside, floater off the backboard, too strong. They find Robinson for 3 at the buzzer. Won't go down. 27-25 after an action-packed first half. Indians lead it by 2. We'll be right back for the City of Wetumpka halftime show on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
Time to start your future at Central Alabama Community College. CAC's next mini-term begins March 9th, giving you a fast, flexible way to earn college credit or start a new career path. With campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Talladega, and Prattville, CAC offers affordable classes designed to fit your schedule. Don't wait for fall. Get started this spring. Apply online today at cacc.edu. Central Alabama Community College. Central to you, central to your success.
Safety starts with Montgomery Fire Equipment Company. From inspections and extinguisher service to full fire suppression systems, businesses across Alabama trust our team to protect what matters most. And now, we're hiring. We're looking for new fire technicians to join our team. If you're hardworking and ready to make a difference, this is your chance. Montgomery Fire Equipment, protecting people, property, and progress.
Hi, I'm Beverly Wright with RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty. Every move is different, and so is every client. That's why I take the time to listen, understand, and guide you through the process with care. Whether you're buying or selling in the River region, I'm here to make it simple. Let's do this together. I'm Beverly Wright with RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty.
Hi, I'm Chad Barrett. Growing up here in Central Alabama, I've always believed in doing the things the right way with honesty and hard work. That's exactly how I approach real estate. From your first showing to the closing table, I'll be by your side. Call me, Chad Barrett at RE/MAX Cornerstone.
Hungry for fresh, flavorful seafood? Come to Wharf Casual Seafood, your local spot for shrimp, crab claws, mahi-mahi, and all your coastal favorites. Looking for a budget-friendly bite? Check out our tasty lunch specials featuring wraps, salads, shrimp, and more. Wharf Casual Seafood. WharfCasualSeafood.com. The coast is here.
Looking for power, performance, and adventure? You'll find it all at Collier Ford in Wetumpka. For more than 70 years, Collier Ford has been proudly serving the River region since 1952, helping families and businesses hit the road with confidence. When you think trucks, think Collier Ford, home of the legendary Ford F-150, built tough to handle any job. If adventure is calling, Collier Ford has the bold and capable Ford Bronco, ready to take you off the beaten path. Want that same spirit in a smaller package? The Bronco Sport is waiting for you at Collier Ford. From great ideas to family service, Collier Ford makes buying your next vehicle easy, fun, and stress-free. So whether you're hauling, exploring, or just cruising through town, make your next stop Collier Ford. Test drive your next Ford today, and remember, come on to Collier Ford in Wetumpka.
Come to Collier. Hi, I'm Kathy Thornton with RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus. Helping families here in the River Region is more than a job, it's personal. I take the time to listen, understand what you need, and fight to get you the best deal possible. Whether you're buying or selling in Central Alabama, let's work together to make it happen. I'm Kathy Thornton at RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus, here to help you every step of the way.
This is the City of Wetumpka Halftime Show on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
And welcome to the City of Wetumpka Halftime Show. I'm Mitch Petrie, joined along Deacon Meeks here in the Central Alabama Community College broadcast booth. Indians currently lead it 27-25. The man leading the way in that first half was Chris Robinson. He had 7 points for the Indians in that first half, 4 assists and 3 steals to go with it. Caleb Ballard had a pretty strong showing. He had 7 as well, and a couple of boards, 4 to be exact to his name, and 2 blocks, but also picking up 3 fouls. Definitely going to have to watch that as the game goes on. Caleb Ballard has been a huge presence for the Indians all season long, and to be without him would definitely hurt this team. But another guy who really came in and really provided a spark for this Indians offense, it was Miller Lombardi. Comes into the game, has a really nice layup there. They found him wide open along the baseline there, and then comes back that next possession, fires off a 3, and absolutely drained it. On the other side, for the Phoenix, there were 2 men leading the way. It was Daquan Johnson. He had 8, couple of nice 3-pointers, 2 to be exact, joined by a nice floater for him. Tahir Muhammad, man who really led the charge in that game just about 2 weeks ago, had 8 as well. But Deacon, it was a really back and forth first half. A lot of punches being thrown by both teams. What were your thoughts?
Well, honestly, great performance by each team. Percy Julian played really well on defense. So did the Wetumpka Indians, and they played better, which proves on the scoreboard why they're winning by two extra points. But one thing I'd like to point out is that the Indians are going to have to make some adjustments coming into this third quarter. They're going to have to start involving Andrew Boyles a bit more, because we haven't really seen that much from him. He's been kind of quiet. He's been getting guarded very tightly, been getting solo guarded, like pressed the whole time. So incorporating our guard play wouldn't hurt, but pushing it down low and playing some slow ball will definitely win the Indians this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And you talk about playing maybe a little bit slower as a team. The Indians had 10 turnovers as a team in that first half. Gives you kind of shades going back to that Percy Julian game. The first time the Indians played Percy Julian, won the game 57-52, but turned the ball over 27 times. And right now, looking a little bit shades similar of that. Indians leading at halftime, but having a little bit of a problem with turnover. When you talked to Coach Thomas before the game, and he emphasized not turning the ball over, and you got to think, like you said, that's definitely something he's going to be emphasizing in the locker room right now. And I happen to agree with you on the point of Andrew Voiles. Only 2 points, all of those points coming from the free throw line for Voiles. Definitely hope to see him get involved in this second half. Just a couple of minutes left here in halftime. We'll be right back on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
At First Community Bank of Central Alabama, banking's about real relationships, trust, kindness, and a shared commitment to making life better. As your neighbor and partner across Elmore and Autauga counties, we're here for you, whether you're planning your future, buying your first home, or building your wealth. With our local knowledge and heartfelt support, you can count on us. First Community Bank of Central Alabama. Let's do life together. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Safety starts with Montgomery Fire Equipment Company. From inspections and extinguisher service to full fire suppression systems, businesses across Alabama trust our team to protect what matters most. And now, we're hiring. We're looking for new fire technicians to join our team. If you're hardworking and ready to make a difference, this is your chance. Montgomery Fire Equipment, protecting people, property, and progress.
Hungry for fresh, flavorful seafood? Come to Wharf Casual Seafood, your local spot for shrimp, crab claws, mahi-mahi, and all your coastal favorites. Looking for a budget-friendly bite? Check out our tasty lunch specials featuring wraps, salads, shrimp, and more. Wharf Casual Seafood, wharfcasualseafood.com. The coast is here.
When your job depends on quality building materials, depend on Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply. From framing lumber and roofing to concrete, drywall, and fasteners, we've got the materials to build it right and build it strong. Whether you're a contractor or a do-it-yourselfer, if you're building, you belong here with dependable products and local service you can trust. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your go-to source for building materials.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Third quarter action is brought to you by Radio Alabama Sports. Game on. Online at radioalabamasports.net.
Come to Collier. From tough F-150s to family-friendly SUVs, Collier Ford makes buying easy with great selection and hometown service. No pressure, just honest deals and friendly faces. Stop by Collier Ford on U.S. Highway 231 in Wetumpka or shop online. Come to Collier Ford today and drive home your new Ford for less. Indians will have possession here to start this second half. As a friendly reminder, tonight's broadcast booth cam only. Due to AHSAA regulations, we are not able to show live video of the floor. Inbound to Andrew Voiles. He comes charging straight to the rack, and first points of the second half belong to the Indians and Andrew Voiles. Phoenix pushing the pace a little bit there, lost the dribble, but able to corral it. It was Damone Porter who came away with it. He'll give it over to Jason Harris, standing just beyond the arc. Picks up his dribble now, standing at the free throw line, and finds the outlet back to Porter. Back up top, they gave it to Lamar Anderson, and now it's Tahir Muhammad with it. Caleb Ballard comes out to defend it, and they find a man down low. It was Jason Harris, a good cut to the bucket from him. He lays it up and in, 29-27, Indians on top.
But it was a smart decision by Tom Sutton just to stick his hands up, not to force any type of foul there.
They find Voiles, thought about the three and a couple of passes. Now it's LT Davis for three off the front iron, and grabbing the rebound, it's Daquan Johnson. Fast break there, and they came away with it. It was Damone Porter who came away with it. Came off. He missed the layup there. Chris Robinson went up to grab the rebound, but touched it a little bit too soon. It bounced off the iron. They'll call the goaltending there against Robinson, and so that goaltending call will tie things up at 29. Robinson with it now. He'll pass it to Voiles in the near corner. Cross-court pass, LT Davis at the free throw line. Tom Sutton, deep two. Won't get it to go, and Phoenix comes away. The Phoenix come away with the rebound. Tahir Muhammad hustling down court now. Stops his dribble just in front of the arc. He was driving inside, and he drew a foul on the play there, and one opportunity coming up. But the Phoenix take the lead right back coming out of halftime. First time they've led since a couple minutes into the first quarter.
And honestly, it's quite surprising to me that the official called that one on the shot, but I suppose he must have held the ball up, been taking his gather steps, so good call by the official.
Yeah, it looked like that foul could have been called on the floor, but they won't. So now a 3-point lead for the Phoenix after Muhammad converts on the and one opportunity. Cross-court pass from Robinson to LT Davis. They find Tom Sutton. Down low, jam for Tom Sutton. But Percy Julian inbounds it right away. A little bit of a cherry-pick play there. And they find Daquan Johnson just ahead of all the Indians. And they take the lead right back to three. Voiles working the other way now. LT Davis for three. Bottom. Ties it up. 34-all.
And some good offensive guard play finally for the Indians, showing in this second half. And a nice block from Tom Sutton to reject the ball for the Percy Julian Phoenix.
Rebound, unfortunately, goes the way of the Phoenix. Tahir Muhammad has it, driving inside. A nice floater there. Both teams trading punches here coming out of halftime, and it seems like both teams coming and pushing the pace a little bit. LT Davis was trying to kick it over to Caleb Ballard, but he slipped and fell, and slow to get up is LT Davis. Official's going to whistle this one for a second. Hopefully he just has the wind knocked out of him.
To me, on that loose ball, it looked like it was kicked off of a Percy Julian player right there. Must have hit LT while he went out of bounds, though.
LT Davis comes out of the game. Miller Lombardi will come on in his place. Tough loss for the Indians. Hopefully he's going to be all right. We'll try to get an update for you as this one goes on. Great defender is LT Davis. Now with it on the other end of the floor, Daquan Johnson driving inside. Won't get the layup to go. Offensive rebound, though, for Jason Harris. He puts it back and lays it in. A 4-point lead now for the Phoenix. Lombardi with it now. Gives it to Suddes. Suddes spin move to avoid the defender. Bounce pass to Voiles. Voiles for three. Rattles around and drops through. Both teams trading blows like they were in the first half. Indians trail by 1. 5 points for Andrew Voiles in this second half in just 3 minutes. Muhammad slowing things up a little bit. He's guarded by Lombardi. Gets around him, but Caleb Ballard rejects the layup. Voiles has it now. He'll give it back to Caleb Ballard. Ballard had it poked away there for a second, tried to corral it, wasn't able to. Turnover on the Indians. And Jeremiah Smiley is going to come up to the scorer's table. He'll take the spot there of Miller Lombardi. 38-37, Phoenix on top, and they inbound it to Tahir Muhammad. Things slowing up now. Muhammad finally across half court. He'll kick it over to Porter, and Porter back up top to Muhammad, standing just in front of the Wetumpka logo. Passes it over to Lamar Anderson before Jason Harris gets it at the top of the arc. Driving inside, lost it on the way up. They'll say Tom Suddes touched it last. Indians don't agree with it, and it'll stay here on this end of the floor with the Phoenix. And they inbound it there to Tahir Muhammad. They wanted a foul call on the play, but they won't get it. It bounces off of his chest and rolls out of bounds, and Robinson gets the inbound now, comes crashing down low. Tom Suddes goes up for the elbow jumper, gets fouled, and heads to the line with a chance to take the lead right back here for the Indians.
Wow, talk about pushing the pace. Each team has been hustling at the start of the second half. They have been relentless on offense and just already scoring many more points in this quarter than they have in any other quarter.
First free throw off the mark there for Tom Suddes, rolls around and won't go the way of the Indians, but still a second one coming with a chance to knot things up at 38. Drops that one in, and we're tied yet again in what has been a back-and-forth contest here tonight. They inbound it rather quickly in a couple of passes. They find a man in the corner. It's Anderson driving inside, layoff off the mark, but the Phoenix come away with a rebound. They kick it back out to Anderson for three, and that one drops through. 3-point lead back for the Phoenix. Andrew Voiles with it now. Brings it across half court. Smiley inside to Tom Suddes. Spin move, and he'll draw the foul on the play there, and he'll head back to the free throw line. That foul again called on Lamar Anderson. Anderson has 3 now. Something to watch. Yet again, another player with 3 fouls here in this one, with Tom Suddes heading to the free throw line now. First free throw, no good there from Tom Suddes. 3 minutes and 52 seconds left to play here in quarter number 3. Phoenix with a 3-point lead, hoping to make it 2 after this second Suddes free throw. That one rolls around and drops out, but a nice rebound there from Caleb Ballard, but he can't get the bucket to go. Cherry picking again are the Phoenix, and lays it up and in does Daquan Johnson.
Man, the Indians have to be more aware of that off the fast break. Have a man down there on that fast break.
Voiles with it now. Cross-court pass inside. Caleb Ballard off the backboard and in for Ballard, and the Indians lead back to 3 for the Phoenix. First points of the second half for Caleb Ballard. Muhammad trying to do it all himself. It's poked away by Voiles. And Caleb Ballard gets tripped up there as he was trying to pass it. No foul call there. Voiles with it now, driving inside to the rack. Layup off the mark that time. Body's hitting the floor, and Tahir Muhammad comes away with the rebound. He'll fire a cross-court pass over to Anderson. Spin move for Anderson, off the square and in. Percy Julian's going to call their second timeout of the contest after taking a 5-point lead. We'll be right back on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
Protect what matters most with State Farm agent Jackson Hagan in Wetumpka. From auto and home to life insurance, Jackson Hagan and his dedicated team offer personalized service to ensure you have comprehensive coverage tailored to your needs. As a local agent, Jackson Hagan understands the unique challenges you face and is committed to guiding you through every step, from quotes to claims. Trusted a neighbor who truly cares. Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Jackson Hagan is there. Call 334-478-3864 for a quote today.
You're listening to the Wetumpka Indians on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network. Now, back to the action from the Central Alabama Community College broadcast booth.
Beverly Wright, Kathy Thornton, and Chad Baird are your hometown real estate experts with RE/MAX Cornerstone and RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus. When it's time for your next move, choose the best. RE/MAX Cornerstone and RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus, the official real estate partner of the Wetumpka Sports Network. Couple of passes now after the inbound. They find Tom Suddeth. Great ball movement from the Indians, and Suddeth drives it home, lays it up and in. Lead back to 3 for the Phoenix. A 3 coming out of the hands of Lamar Anderson off the mark. Rebound, Caleb Ballard. And Ballard bringing it across half court now before a bounce pass there to LT Davis. Went into the back court, but they'll say it was deflected. Voiles now near side corner, driving inside, floater off the mark. Suddeth grabs the offensive rebound, but he can't get the second chance points. Can Tom Suddeth? Rebound by Tahir Muhammad. Muhammad cross-court pass to Josh Harris and back over to Muhammad, standing way beyond the arc on the far side. He's guarded by LT Davis, comes trashing inside. Euro step before he dishes over to Harris. And Suddeth came up and rejected it. A 3 falls through there for Lamar Anderson. That's his first points of the night. And a 6-point lead now for the Phoenix, their largest of the game. They find Tom Suddeth with nobody home. He lays it up and in. And now a 4-point lead, 48-44 for the Phoenix. A minute and 40 left in this third quarter.
And the Indians starting to press up a bit and put the pressure on Percy Julian after the transition buckets.
Tahir Muhammad with it now, slowing things way down here compared to what the speed of this game has gone on. Offensive foul called on the floor. Didn't see who it was, but Tahir Muhammad gets the foul call there.
Yeah, he was pushing on LT Davis, and Davis did a great flop right there, I'm not going to lie. He sold it completely to the ref, and the ref called it. So great play by LT Davis.
Coach Johnson came all the way out to half court there, I think arguing his case. Officials don't agree, though, and Indians inbound it. And Chris Robinson has it now. Over on the far side, it's Andrew Voiles. Voiles back over to Robinson. Robinson thought about passing it, drives inside. Floater off the mark. He grabs his own miss, driving inside, and one. Count the bucket. Second chance points for Chris Robinson, and an and one opportunity coming for the Indians.
And that pep talk during the timeout from Coach Thomas had to have lit something or sparked something in these boys, because now they're playing completely different.
Short arm that one did Chris Robinson, so it remains a 2-point game, 48-46. Muhammad with it now, and I'd have to imagine yet again Phoenix definitely going to slow this one down. Maybe try to get the last shot of the quarter yet again. Does not look like they're in a hurry with 57 seconds and ticking. A cross-court pass over to Damone Porter in the corner to Muhammad. He gives it right back to Porter. He missed the layup. Josh Harris grabs the rebound and gets some second chance points for the Phoenix, lead back to 4. Voiles will pass it to Robinson. Spin move with Robinson driving to the rack, finishing through contact. Count count the bucket. Another and one opportunity for Chris Robinson and the Indians. Chris Robinson taking over late in the third quarter.
And that was a magical spin on the ball to force it off the glass at an awkward angle and still get it to go in the bucket. So great job by Chris Robinson using his abilities through adversity to score for the Indians in a clutch moment.
Chris Robinson here wanting a different outcome than the last trip to the free throw line, and he gets it. 1 point game now, 50-49. Indians trail by just one. Muhammad slowing things down. He just now crosses half court here for the Phoenix. Here 5 out there for the Indians. Voiles, Smiley, Davis, Robinson, and Suddeth. Muhammad still slowing things down, dribbling away, and he's guarded by Jeremiah Smiley, standing in this near side just in front of half court. Muhammad trying to do it all himself. Layup off the mark. 7 seconds with LT Davis in the rebound. He looks for Smiley. Smiley gets it off in time, won't get it to go. That's the buzzer, and it's a 1 point game heading into the fourth quarter. It's been an action-packed game, and it'll continue to be so. But before we head to break, just a reminder that Precision Floor Care are your local experts for tile, grout, stone, brick, and concrete. From cleaning and sealing to full decorative finishes, they deliver precise results every time. Trust Brent Center and the hometown team that cares about our community. Call Precision Floor Care today or visit callpfc.com. We'll be right back on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
Hi, I'm Chad Barrett. Growing up here in Central Alabama, I've always believed in doing the things the right way with honesty and hard work. That's exactly how I approach real estate. From your first showing to the closing table, I'll be by your side. Call me, Chad Barrett at RE/MAX Cornerstone.
Back now for the fourth quarter. Indians trail by 1, 50-49. Phoenix will get the ball to start this quarter. They inbound it into the backcourt to Tahir Muhammad. He'll bring it across half court now, slowing things down. Yet again, Percy Julian playing with a way different pace. They find a nice backdoor cut. Muhammad gave it over to Harrison. They gave it right back to Muhammad, who lays it up and in. 3 point game now for the Indians. Robinson's got it now. He's guarded tightly there by Muhammad. Spin move there for Robinson, trying to do it all himself. Euro step floater, rattles around and falls through. This Indians crowd loves it. Chris Robinson is hot from the floor right now.
Some elite guard play from Chris Robinson, handling the ball with great precision and using all of his moves to his ability to get around his man.
Muhammad driving inside. He kicks it back out. A three. Rattles around. Won't go down. Josh Harris with the offensive board there. 3 came from Daquan Johnson, and Phoenix will reset up top. They give it back to Johnson. He drives inside before retreating beyond the arc. They give it over to Muhammad now. Muhammad's guarded by Tom Suddeth. Trying to get it to go. He was trying to do it all himself. Was Tahir Muhammad. His layup off the bottom of the iron and rolls out of bounds. Indians with possession now. They inbound it to Robinson. He'll bring it across half court, still guarded by Tahir Muhammad. Bounce pass to Caleb Ballard. Ballard trying to drive inside, lost it for a second, but he'll kick it back up top to Robinson. Finds Smiley down low. Smiley got kicked on that one. They went up for it, and they won't get the foul call. Voiles not thrilled about it, neither am I. That should have been a foul on, I believe, it should have gone against Daquan Johnson. He went up for it and just kicked Smiley right in the back of the spine.
Yeah, and this is not mixed martial arts. You can't do that in basketball, so refs must have saw it differently.
With it now in the far side corner. Feet were on the line. That it would have been a 2, but it was off the mark there from Daquan Johnson. They'll get Chris Robinson for the foul call there. It was a reach in, trying to fight for the rebound, so Phoenix still have it on this end of the floor. Second foul of the night on Chris Robinson. They inbound it now. It's Anderson. Back up top for 3. Short-armed it, and it'll head right out of bounds. That one, again, coming from Daquan Johnson. Voiles inbounds it to Smiley, and he'll just bounce it right back to Drew. Voiles turns on the Jets now. He'll bring it up across half court. Handoff now to Robinson. They came out with a double team. Voiles driving inside, switches to the left hand. Won't get the friendly roll, but Voiles heads to the free throw line with a chance to take the lead here for the Indians. Foul called against Damone Porter. It's his first of the night.
And I believe if there's anyone to do it with free throws, it's Andrew Voiles on your team if you're the Indians.
Voiles collecting himself right now. First free throw on the way. Short-armed it.
Unlucky roll right there.
LT Davis checks into the game there for Jeremiah Smiley. Second free throw on the way for Andrew Voiles. Back iron and through. We're knotted at 52. Muhammad will get the inbound yet again. He's been the primary ball handler for this Phoenix team. Comes crashing down, the kick over to the corner. Back up top, it was Damone Porter. Had an open three, thinks better of it, and he'll hand it off to Tahir Muhammad. The Phoenix are going to reset again. Muhammad gets a screen there from Josh Harris, and they'll kick it over to Harris, but he's still beyond the free throw line. Spinning around, nice bucket there for Josh Harris. He takes the lead right back for the Phoenix, 54-52. Robinson with it now, cross-court pass to LT Davis. Gives it back to Robinson. Robinson driving inside, cutting to the rack. Tough jelly roll, ties the game.
Amazing layup by Chris Robinson to get it to go for the Indians. Tie game, like you said. Great job by Chris on the ball movement, on everything.
Robinson has certainly looked great here coming down the stretch of this game. A nice backdoor cut. They find Damone Porter, do the Phoenix, and he takes the lead right back. Both teams trading blows like it's been all game long. LT Davis comes crashing down. Ball pokes away for his second. Caleb Ballard's got it. Slams it home. We're knotted back at 56, and Coach Stephen Thomas will call a timeout. His first call of a timeout, and this building is buzzing right now. Wow.
I mean, what an electric dunk by Tom Sutton. Caleb Ballard. We see it all the time, but in this big of a game, in the area tournament, it's a massive dunk to put the Indians neck and neck with Percy Julian tied at 56. So hopefully the Indians, with this momentum, can go back out there, take the lead, and seal the game off.
It's been a thriller so far. 56-56 with 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in this one. Whether it's an everyday sprain, strain, fracture, or sports injury that doesn't require a trip to the ER, Baptist Ortho Now offers urgent orthopedic injury care with walk-in convenience 6 days a week. Check them out online at baptisthealth.org. Phoenix will have the ball coming out of this timeout here in 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. Inbounding it for the Phoenix, it's Damone Porter, and he'll give it yet again to Tahir Muhammad. Muhammad turns on the Jets. He's ahead of LT Davis. Double clutches, good move there. Tahir Muhammad takes the lead right back. He's got 9 in the second half and 15 overall. Voiles gives it to LT Davis. LT Davis driving to the rack. Peak display of athleticism, and this Indians crowd loves it. Lays it up and in, 58-58. Porter's got it now, standing at the W at half court. A catch and shoot three out of the hands of the Phoenix. Falls right through. Lamar Anderson nails it, and Percy Julian will take a timeout. As they take a timeout, we'll take one of our own. 61-58 on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
Are you tired of slow internet? With Central Access, you get the speeds you pay for delivered directly to your door, so you won't get bogged down when your neighbors are online too. Stream, game, work, and video chat. No contracts, no data caps, no price hikes, nothing but an exceptional all-night experience. Check availability today at caecaccess.com. Central Access, your local link to broadband.
Back now in the Wetumpka competition gym. 4 minutes and 4 seconds left as the Indians trail by 3. They'll get possession coming out of the timeout here, and Robinson will be the man to inbound it for the Indians. Late breaking the huddle is Percy Julian, but we're ready to get it underway. Robinson gives it to Davis, who gives it right back to him, and Robinson with it now. Thought about the 3. Cross-court pass to LT Davis, back over to Robinson. Good ball movement from the Indians. They find Sudeth at the free throw line. Davis with it now, and they'll think better of it. Crashing over to Voiles, and a catch-and-shoot 3 in the corner from LT Davis. Won't get it to go. They'll give it to Muhammad, and Muhammad turns on the Jets now, maybe trying to do it all himself. Swirls around and lays it up and in. 5-point lead now for the Phoenix after Tahir Muhammad's layup. Robinson brings it across the court. Indians hustling. Spin move, picks up his dribble. Cross-court pass to Voiles. Voiles down low to Ballard in the paint. Ballard finishing through contact. Won't get the foul call, but will get the bucket. 60-63. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Now with it for the Phoenix, it's Johnson. He'll pass it inside to Anderson. And rattling around, it was a jumper that came out of the hands of Damone Porter. And Ballard has it poked away for a second, sticks with it, tries to get the underhand to go. He'll draw the foul. Won't get the layup, but he'll get the trip to the free throw line.
Man, the Indians really right now need some free throw shooting from Caleb Ballard, just to close the gap that Percy Julian has. It's a 3-point game, so can't get the lead or tie it with the free throws, but still makes a big impact on the game.
First free throw off the mark there from Caleb Ballard. Sudeth will check out of the game now. LT Davis will come on in his place. 2 minutes and 48 seconds left, and Ballard rattles around, won't go through. No friendly roll for the Indians this time. 60-63, Indians still trail it. Muhammad has it now. Slowing things down and directing traffic a little bit. He'll kick it over to Daquan Johnson, who passes cross-court to Anderson. Anderson guarded by Voiles and guarded tightly. He'll give it back over to Muhammad, and Percy Julian just eating clock. Trying to make the Indians work for it. Muhammad driving inside, backdoor cut. Won't get it to go. Last touched on the way out of bounds by Jason Harris, and it's a 3-point game still with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left to go. Sudeth back into the game now for Jeremiah Smiley.
And man, I bet the Indians are quite happy that that layup didn't go, because he had a free ride for that layup, but good bounce back. Hopefully the Indians can get something to go on offense.
LT Davis with it now. He'll kick it back over to Voiles. Voiles inside to Ballard. LT Davis for the tie. No good. Rebound goes to Anderson of the Phoenix, and he'll give it over to Muhammad. Got to be careful here if you're the Indians. Can't let them go to the free throw line. No fouls on the shots. You got to make them earn it. Couple of passes now, and it works its way back to Muhammad. Muhammad finds a man inside. Can't get the layup to go. Can Daquan Johnson. Again, they found a man open in the paint. Layup off the mark. Robinson with it now. Gives it to Ballard. Ballard off the glass and in. 1-point game, 63-62. Coach Stephen Thomas is going to take a timeout and coach up his players for this last minute and 25 seconds.
Man, I bet he's just going to instill in their heads, you need to press on them. You cannot let them drain that clock away, because every second is precious to these Indians to try and get this lead back. And it's a 1-point game, so anything can happen. Just a simple layup will take the game straight from Percy Julian's hands. So it'll be interesting to see what Coach Thomas cooks up for the Indians.
And worth noting here, the Indians as a team only have one foul in this quarter, so plenty of fouls to give. Maybe they start holding it a little bit too long. You give them a foul right away, and you make them try to inbound it, maybe try to steal a turnover right there. At First Community Bank, it's more than banking. It's a relationship that lasts. From checking and savings to loans and mortgages, they're here for every stage of life. Local people, local decisions, and a commitment to community. First Community Bank, let's do life together. Indians also have the possession arrow. You force a tie-up. You get the ball right back. Phoenix are going to inbound it, and the Indians not going to pressure this one. They'll wait to greet them at half court. Check that. They're coming up, and they're going full court press. Ballard guarding the inbound man. It's Damone Porter. Officials blow the whistle. They hand the ball to Porter. They bounce pass inbound to Muhammad, and they get it to him successfully. 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the game. Muhammad brings it across half court. He's guarded by Jeremiah Smiley. Bounce pass over near side wing. With it now, it's Jason Harris. Harris guarded by Voiles. And I believe a timeout will be taken by Bryant Johnson of the Percy Julian Phoenix. As they take a timeout, we'll take one of our own. We'll be right back on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
Hungry for fresh, flavorful seafood? Come to Wharf Casual Seafood, your local spot for shrimp, crab claws, mahi-mahi, and all your coastal favorites. Looking for a budget-friendly bite? Check out our tasty lunch specials featuring wraps, salads, shrimp, and more. Wharf Casual Seafood, wharfcasualseafood.com. The coast is here.
It's high intensity here in the Wetumpka competition gym. Phoenix getting ready to inbound it after the timeout. And 1 minute and 7 seconds left to go in regulation. Muhammad gets the inbound. Time is ticking away. We're below a minute now. Muhammad trying to work inside. They find the backdoor cut. Off the mark that time. And Phoenix come away with the rebound. They can't get the second chance points to go. Ballard grabs the rebound, and he'll give it over to L.T. Davis. Indians with a chance to tie or take the lead here. In the corner, it's Smiley. They give it over to Voiles, near side wing. Now it's Robinson. Over to the corner. Jeremiah Smiley for three in the lead. He's got it! 2-point lead for the Indians. 32 seconds left in this game. Muhammad driving down low, and he'll draw the foul on the way to the basket. A costly foul against the Indians, and it'll send Tahir Muhammad to the free throw line. High pressure free throws for Tahir Muhammad. 27 and a half seconds left in the game.
This crowd has to get loud. It has to get electric for these final free throws. Jeremiah Smiley just made the most clutch shot of his career as a Wetumpka Indian.
Coach Bryant Johnson coaching his guys up. Only one man inside of the paint. They're getting ready for a possible miss. First free throw for Tahir Muhammad. He's got it. The highest intensity free throw of Tahir Muhammad's career. A chance to tie the game. Nothing but net both times. Clutch free throws from Tahir Muhammad. Indians inbound it, and they give it to L.T. Davis. L.T. Davis comes crashing down. 23 seconds left to play. Driving inside. And they call the block. They call the block. L.T. Davis was crashing straight to the rack, and they get the foul call. Coach Bryant Johnson is upset. He is on the floor screaming at the officials.
And that was a great call by the refs. I mean, that was an obvious flop right there. So, great call. Hopefully LT can make these free throws.
L.T. Davis at the free throw line now. Coach Bryant Johnson still pleading his case. Officials trying to figure out who the foul was on. They gave it to Josh Harris, but Josh Harris fouls out of the, or Jason Harris, fouls out of the game. That's 5 fouls on Harris. And that is tough for L.T. Davis. That makes you think about these free throws even more. 65-65. High pressure free throws for L.T. Davis coming down the stretch. First one up, on the way, off the mark. Second free throw now for Davis. This Percy Julian crowd and the Indians crowd on their feet. Too strong. Phoenix come away with it. And they tie it up. Andrew Voiles comes crashing in. Possession arrow points the way of the Indians, and they'll get it right back. Wow, what a heads-up basketball play from Andrew Voiles, and Coach Stephen Thomas is going to take a timeout and draw up a play. What an intense moment and scene here in Wetumpka. Andrew Voiles showing that veteran leadership, coming in and tying up the rebound.
And oh my goodness, we haven't said his name that much tonight at all. But what a clutch play to get the ball back for the Indians in the final 19 seconds of this game. And to have a chance to go up by 2 or 3 points and just put the Indians ahead and win this game. So great play by Andrew Voiles. Even though he hasn't been that much of a star, like headlight name in this game, he just showed his value for the Indians right there.
Yeah, I mean, whew, I need a second to collect myself. Just like Coach Thomas is talking to his team right now. On the whiteboard, he's drawing up a play. That's the buzzer sounding. Phoenix break the huddle, and Indians about to do so themselves. Andrew Voiles coming over. He's going to be the man to inbound it here for the Indians. Your 5 out there for the black and gold. It's Voiles, Ballard, Suddeth, Robinson, and Smiley. They inbound it, and Chris Robinson was looking down low in the paint. Percy Julian has it now. 11 seconds. Muhammad guarded by Robinson, and I believe they'll get Robinson for the foul there. They will. They'll force him to inbound it. A tough pass there from Chris Robinson. He was looking down low. 8 seconds remain for the Phoenix with a chance to win the game at the buzzer. Smiley's going to come check into the game for Tom Suddeth. And it's going to have to see what Coach Johnson has dialed up here for the Phoenix. Not calling a timeout. He's going to let it play out. They'll inbound it into the backcourt. It's Tahir Muhammad. Muhammad guarded by Robinson, playing some tight defense, and Robinson fouls him again. Heads up play by Chris Robinson, won't let him get to the bucket. 2.9 seconds left, and now you've got to imagine Coach Johnson's going to take a timeout and draw up a play. They do call the foul on the floor as he was heading to the bucket. Yep, Coach Johnson will take the timeout, and he'll draw up a play. Another 30-second timeout as everybody in this building is on their feet.
3 seconds left. What a high-intensity game being put on display right now.
2.9 seconds left. We're tied at 65. Percy Julian, if they don't make a shot here, will get some bonus basketball on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network. At Wharf Casual Seafood, it's fast, fresh, and always delicious. Wharf Casual Seafood in Wetumpka has something for everyone, from shrimp and fish to po' boys and salads. Enjoy coastal flavor right here at home. Dine in or take out today. Wharf Casual Seafood, where fresh seafood meets family-friendly dining. The Wetumpka Sports Network is proud to be fed by Wharf Casual Seafood. I failed to mention that foul number 4 on Chris Robinson. He'll stay out on the floor. He's taken over late in this game, but something to watch if we go to overtime. Buzzer sounds, and we're ready for the final 2.9 seconds in this one.
The Indians can absolutely not foul in this scenario.
Muhammad's going to be the man to inbound it. He gets the ball now, and they're looking for somewhere to go with it. Catch and shoot 3 off the inbound. Won't go for the Phoenix, and we've got bonus basketball here in Wetumpka. 65-65. We'll be right back with bonus basketball in just a moment. You're listening to the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
Safety starts with Montgomery Fire Equipment Company. From inspections and extinguisher service to full fire suppression systems, businesses across Alabama trust our team to protect what matters most. And now, we're hiring. We're looking for new fire technicians to join our team. If you're hardworking and ready to make a difference, this is your chance. Montgomery Fire Equipment, protecting people, property, and progress.
Bonus basketball. Everybody loves it, and especially come tournament time. 4 minutes on the clock. Indians will have Phoenix will have possession to start this overtime period. This is going to be an exciting one coming down the stretch. Sorry, neither team will have possession. I lied. It's actually a tip-off, and at the center of the court, it's Ballard and Porter, and Ballard wins the tip-off for the Indians. Robinson comes away with it. And Robinson driving inside, gets it poked out, but they'll call the foul on the play. That one goes against number 24, Damone Porter. Second foul of the game on Damone Porter, and Robinson will inbound it from below the baseline. High arcing lob to Ballard, who gives it over to Robinson, or gives it over to Voiles for three. Oh, no good. Rebound for Smiley. Kicks it out. LT Davis for the three. He's got it. Indians take the first points of overtime. Muhammad gets the inbound. He's chasing down the floor. Slows things up now and retreating just a little bit. Standing in line with the edge of the W on the near side. He's guarded by Chris Robinson. He kicks it over to Anderson. Anderson steps inside for a two. Won't get it to go. Rebound from LT Davis. He got up for that one. LT Davis comes crashing down. Smiley, same spot as Davis, different result. And just a mental error there from the Phoenix. Lamar Anderson grabs the rebound, could have let it go out of bounds, and as he does, he'll step on the baseline. Turnover there on the Phoenix, and Indians will get another chance. Inbound to Voiles on the near side, driving inside along the baseline. Tough finish. He's got it. Andrew Voiles gives the Indians a 5-point lead here. 70-65 with 3 minutes left to go in overtime. Muhammad has it now. Starts driving inside. Ball above his head. Floater off the mark. Rebound from Caleb Ballard. Gives it to Robinson, who now gives it to Voiles. Bounce pass to Chris, and Chris has got it. Finds LT Davis on the far corner. LT Davis, cross-court pass up to Voiles on the near side wing. He finds Smiley in the corner, and Indians slowing things down a little bit. They kick it inside. Caleb Ballard has it. Trying to drive, and they get a reach-in foul on the play. Goes against the Phoenix there, much to the dismay of this Percy Julian crowd. Foul again goes on to Damone Porter. He's picked up 2 in this overtime period, and they've got 3.
The Indians finally starting to come away in this game. The crowd moving with it. The momentum. The three-pointer by LT Davis to start it off. It's all beautiful basketball by the Indians.
Ballard nails the first free throw. 71-65. Indians with a 2-possession lead. Could be 3. Off the mark that time, off the back iron. The rebound gets passed over to Daquan Johnson. He starts driving inside, and I think they'll get Caleb Ballard for the foul there. Actually, the foul will go against Smiley there. First foul of the night for Jeremiah Smiley. They'll call it on the shot, and it'll send Daquan Johnson to the free throw line. First free throw good from Johnson. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to play here in overtime. Second free throw, not as good. Off the mark, rattles around, and falls out. Rebound goes to the Indians, and they give it over to Smiley. Smiley coming down the court now, picks up his dribble, and kicks it down to the free throw line with Voiles. Voiles has it stripped away, and they find a man coming crashing down. LT Davis got up for the block. He won't get it. Cameron Ingram, first points of the night, and couldn't come at a better time for the Phoenix. Indians just moving a little bit too fast there. Caleb Ballard was looking for LT Davis, but it sails out of bounds. It's a 3-point game now, 71-68, with 1 minute and 56 seconds left in overtime.
That was a very costly pass right there. The Indians need to lock it up on defense to save this game for them.
Johnson has it now. He's guarded by LT Davis, dancing around, trying to find some room. Davis not giving him any. Johnson still has it. He'll get a screen, but going the other way. Step back three to tie the game. Airballs it. Does Johnson. Robinson grabbed the rebound. It was poked out by Damone Porter, but Robinson smartly lets it go out of bounds, and a possession sticks with the Indians. 71-68, a minute and a half left in overtime. This entire arena holding its breath as we wait to see what the whistle was for. The officials came over to talk to Damone Porter there for a second. Now they're talking to Tahir Muhammad, waiting to see what the call was there. I think they call a foul on the play. They do. They say it goes against number 3. I guess maybe Smiley, but the Indians still have possession. A high arcing pass there. LT Davis lays it up. They chucked it down court to Chris Robinson to Caleb Ballard. Caleb Ballard found LT Davis right away. Davis lays it up and in. Indians with a 5-point lead, and it's 73-68, a 2-possession game for the Indians. And Coach Thomas will take a timeout.
Woo, and I had my breath held the whole entire time. I mean, the atmosphere of this game is just so air paper thin. I mean, it's a great game, but the hustle and the intensity shown by each team is just so prevalent. Like, we can see LT Davis making these down court plays, getting down, shooting the three, and we haven't really seen that much of him all season, but he's really shown what he's capable of tonight against Percy Julian in a very big stage.
Couple of really clutch shots for LT Davis. Hit the three to open up this overtime period, and then a nice layup there to extend this lead back to a 2-possession game. Phoenix have possession now. They bounce pass, inbound it to Tahir Muhammad. He's guarded by Smiley. A minute and 20 seconds left in this fourth quarter. And Muhammad comes crashing down, finds the space, and Voiles getting ready to inbound it. Finds Caleb Ballard, nobody home in front of him. Hustle play there from Damone Porter. He came over and blocked the layup from Caleb Ballard.
And the fans really looking for a tech. Apparently some players are mouthing off.
They won't get it. LT Davis will inbound it to Robinson. Robinson with it now with a 3-point lead. Driving inside. Jelly roll. Tough bucket off the glass. It's back to a 2-possession game. 59 seconds and ticking. Tahir Muhammad's got it. Muhammad trying to put the moves on Davis. Can't do it. Trying to find some space. Chucks up a 3, but it hits the top of the backboard. That's out of bounds, and Indians have possession with a 2-possession lead and 50 seconds left on the clock. They inbound it to LT Davis, and Percy Julian just caught sleeping there. LT Davis trying to do it all himself, lays it up and in, can't get it to go. Cherry picking, it's Tahir Muhammad. Voiles comes up, comes over to contest it. He can't get it to go. Can't get the contest to go, that is. Muhammad makes the layup there. Indians with a 3-point lead, and Coach Bryant Johnson will take a timeout.
And I think the Indians could have burned some more seconds there when LT had the ball. So costly layup attempt by LT Davis, but hopefully the Indians on this offensive possession can just hold the ball and burn some clock, make it even more difficult for Percy Julian. They already have the entire stadium against them, so building some more pressure against them would definitely benefit the Indians.
It is stale in here. Both teams holding their breath. 36 and a half seconds on the clock for the Indians. (75-72). Teams breaking the huddle now. Wetumpka does theirs first. Coach Brian Johnson still motivating his guys. They'll put their hands up and they'll break it down. Possession arrow does point the way of the Phoenix. They force a tie up. The ball is theirs. Robinson, the man to inbound it here for the Indians. In the near court, it's Davis and Voiles. Hands it off to Voiles, and they'll foul him right away. I don't think that was an intentional foul, but that, with the Indians in the bonus, it'll send Voiles to the free throw line. High-pressure free throws coming for Andrew Voiles.
if the Indians want someone shooting free throws right now, Andrew Voiles is the man to do it for them.
Only 2 seconds ticked off the clock on that possession. Voiles at the free throw line collecting himself. First one on the way. Looks good, feels good. It is good. Indians lead it 76-72. It is now a 2-possession game for the Indians. Voiles trying to extend that lead even further. Second free throw on the way. Rattles around. Smiley had a hand on it for a second. Can't corral it. Rebound goes the way of the Phoenix, and crashing to the bucket, it was Daquan Johnson. Caleb Ballard went up to contest it. Got a finger on it, but they'll get Ballard for the foul. Costly foul there, and it'll send the Phoenix to the free throw line with Daquan Johnson. He went 1 for 2 on his last trip to the free throw line. First free throw good there from Daquan Johnson. It's a 3-point game, 76-73, with 28 seconds even on the clock. Second free throw rattles around, won't go down. Rebound, Chris Robinson. And Robinson came crashing down, but will pick up the foul right away. Daquan Johnson came over and fouled him almost immediately, and it'll send Robinson back to the free throw line. Foul called against Cameron Ingram. Second foul of the night against Ingram. Again, high-pressure free throws. A chance to make it a 2-possession game. First one on the way. Robinson nails it. Second free throw here for Chris. Rattles around, friendly roll. Home field bounce for the home team, and it's a 78-73 5-point lead for the Indians. Timeout is called on the floor by Coach Stephen Thomas. Going to collect himself, try to get the guys to collect themselves before the last 24 seconds of basketball here.
And man, it's been a very athletic game. We've seen each team just be going at it full pace, full steam ahead. Percy Julian coach right now, Brian Johnson, is definitely talking to his men right now, just trying to instill in their head that, hey, if we're going to win this game, we're going to do what we've been doing the whole time. They've been playing physical the whole time, so the Indians have to match that same level of intensity that they have in this overtime period, which is why they're winning 78-73. And as we come back from the break, it'll be number 30, Tahir Muhammad, taking the ball down the court and getting the layup to go. So 75-78, Percy Julian.
13 seconds and ticking down. Voiles has it. Percy Julian needs to foul. They chuck it down the floor. Pass is intercepted. It's a 3-point game there, and they find a man driving inside. He doesn't realize it's a 3-point game. He lays it up and in, but the buzzer sounds, and the game is over, I believe. Officials blow their whistle, and wow, a costly mistake from Daquan Johnson. He didn't realize it was a 3-point game, and he lays it up and in at the buzzer. 78-77, and the Indians get the win here. They'll ride into the sub-regionals with home field advantage, and what proved to be a huge factor in this one, Deacon.
The main thing that was a big factor in this one was Chris's guard play. He did such a great job handling the ball, and it felt like every time he came down the court with the ball in his hand, it always led to some sort of offensive play or layup by him. So props to Chris for his ball movement, for his adversity, and for his dribble moves. He had a great offensive performance tonight.
It absolutely was. Chris Robinson took over late in that game, and we'll have some final stats here for you in just a moment. But before that, we'll take a quick break, but make sure to stick around for the RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus post-game show. We'll also be joined by Coach Stephen Thomas here in a few minutes to discuss the win. We'll be right back on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
Hi, I'm Beverly Wright with RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty. Every move is different, and so is every client. That's why I take the time to listen, understand, and guide you through the process with care. Whether you're buying or selling in the River region, I'm here to make it simple. Let's do this together. I'm Beverly Wright with RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty.
Now is the perfect time to start your future at Central Alabama Community College. CAC's next mini-term begins March 9th, giving you a fast, flexible way to earn college credit or start a new career path. With campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Talladega, and Prattville, CAC offers affordable classes designed to fit your schedule. Don't wait for fall. Get started this spring. Apply online today at cacc.edu. Central Alabama Community College. Central to you, central to your success.
Looking to tackle your next home project? Look no further than Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, with same-day pickup, ship to store, and ship to home, all available at russelldoitcenter.com. Whether it's paints, tools, lumber, or lawn care, we've got what you need with the service you can trust. So be sure to shop today at russelldoitcenter.com. russelldoitcenter.com.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
This is Kathy Thornton with RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus. I know buying or selling a home can feel overwhelming, but I promise you don't have to go through it alone. I'll guide you through every detail and keep things simple, clear, and stress-free. When you're ready to make a move in the River region, call me, Kathy Thornton, with RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus.
Looking for power, performance, and adventure? You'll find it all at Collier Ford in Wetumpka. For more than 70 years, Collier Ford has been proudly serving the River region since 1952, helping families and businesses hit the road with confidence. When you think trucks, think Collier Ford, home of the legendary Ford F-150, built tough to handle any job. If adventure is calling, Collier Ford has the bold and capable Ford Bronco, ready to take you off the beaten path. Want that same spirit in a smaller package? The Bronco Sport is waiting for you at Collier Ford. From great ideas to family service, Collier Ford makes buying your next vehicle easy, fun, and stress-free. So whether you're hauling, exploring, or just cruising through town, make your next stop Collier Ford. Test drive your next Ford today, and remember, come on to Collier Ford in Wetumpka.
Come to Collier. This is the RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus post-game show on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
And, well, that was an exciting game, to say the least. Deacon Indians come away with a nail-biter 78-77 win. It was just an absolute thriller from buzzer to buzzer. Your overall takeaways, and then we'll jump in to some stats here tonight.
Well, of course, the Indians had a slow start at the beginning, starting off with a little bit of less offensive play and more defensive-minded game from each team. But going into the game, they faced much adversity, especially with fouls, with people getting in foul trouble. And one to mention would be Chris Robinson, even though he played electric. He had 4 fouls near the end of the game. But I'd also like to point out, at overtime, the Indians did not give up. They actually soared. They succeeded so well and just took over completely. And a major factor of that is from LT Davis. He did a great job on each end of the ball, on defense especially, but on the 3 ball to start overtime, to just get the momentum rolling for the Indians. It was a great factor, and I'd just like to point that out. Like to show respect to him, because he really hasn't been playing that much, but he showed why he deserves to be a starter for the Wetumpka Indians tonight.
Absolutely. That was just a thrilling game. A couple of guys leading the charge there for the Indians. LT Davis, like you mentioned, really took over late in the game and in overtime. 10 points, all of them coming after halftime. Leading the way for the Indians, though, it was Chris Robinson who finishes the night with 18 points. He had 8 rebounds to go with it, 4 steals, and 12 assists for the man himself. Caleb Ballard finishes the night with 16 points and a whole heck of a lot of rebounds. He's got 10 rebounds on the night, a double-double for Caleb Ballard, and 5 blocks to go with it. LT Davis had a great showing as well. We mentioned Davis had 10 points, but Davis also comes away with 11 rebounds tonight, 8 assists for him, and 6 steals. Just an all-around clinic for LT Davis. Andrew Voiles came alive in that second half, finishes the night with 11 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals to his name as well. On the other side, Tahir Muhammad had 23 points on the night, leading the way for the Percy Julian Phoenix. Jason Harris really came alive in that second half and overtime. He had 8 points coming down the stretch there for the Phoenix. Daquan Johnson also had a whole host of points, finishing the night with 14 there for the Percy Julian Phoenix. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hopefully be joined by Coach Stephen Thomas and talk about what's next for this Indian squad. You're listening to the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
When your job depends on quality building materials, depend on Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply. From framing lumber and roofing to concrete, drywall, and fasteners, we've got the materials to build it right and build it strong. Whether you're a contractor or a do-it-yourselfer, if you're building, you belong here with dependable products and local service you can trust. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your go-to source for building materials.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Protect what matters most with State Farm agent Jackson Hagan in Wetumpka. From auto and home to life insurance, Jackson Hagan and his dedicated team offer personalized service to ensure you have comprehensive coverage tailored to your needs. As a local agent, Jackson Hagan understands the unique challenges you face and is committed to guiding you through every step, from quotes to claims. Trusted a neighbor who truly cares. Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Jackson Hagan is there. Call 334-478-3864 for a quote today.
In Wetumpka, we take pride in our hometown. And so does Brent Turner, owner of Precision Floor Care. A Wetumpka graduate and now a local small business owner, Brent built Precision Floor Care on a commitment to serve his community. From tile and grout work to stone, pavers, and concrete, Precision Floor Care delivers precise, hard surface flooring solutions that protect the places that matter most. Precision Floor Care. Precise, hard surface flooring solutions. Learn more at callpfc.com.
At First Community Bank of Central Alabama, banking's about real relationships, trust, kindness, and a shared commitment to making life better. As your neighbor and partner across Elmore and Autauga counties, we're here for you, whether you're planning your future, buying your first home, or building your wealth. With our local knowledge and heartfelt support, you can count on us. First Community Bank of Central Alabama. Let's do life together. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your final score from tonight is 70-77. The Indians will play on Saturday at home here in the round of sub-regionals with a chance to make the Sweet 16. They made it there last year, and they've got their sights set on it yet again. Girls back in action tomorrow night looking for a chance to do the same thing the boys did here tonight, win a 6A Area 4 championship. That game will be at 5:30 at Stanhope Elmore, and they will face off against the Mustangs in what is a rivalry matchup. In just a few moments here, we'll be joined by Coach Stephen Thomas to talk about the way things went down, get his thoughts, insights on what's to come for this Indians team. It's heading up here now, but man, that was an exciting game. Still collecting myself and what just transpired. That was an incredible game for the Indians. We're joined now by Coach Stephen Thomas. Coach, congratulations on the area championship. But first, what were your takeaways from that exciting game?
I mean, it was intense. It was a battle throughout. I'm glad our guys responded. We faced a lot of adversity. I mean, you could tell we haven't played in a little over a week. So trying to get those jitters out a little bit, you know, when you go that long and you play a high-intensity game like that against a well-coached team with Percy. I mean, we answered the call. We came out, and we came out with a win. That's what we wanted.
Absolutely. I mean, that was one of the most exciting games I've ever been lucky to call. And, of course, I can't talk about that game without talking about the way your guys fought back. Every time Percy Julian seemed like they were starting to run away, boom, an answer right away. What does that kind of say to you about your team?
It's just the accumulation of 4 years trying to instill that confidence, that never quit mentality. I mean, we faced deficits throughout the season at times, and our guys to respond at key situations, especially like tonight. I mean, that's just what we instill into this program, especially at Wetumpka, just that never quit, win the moment mentality.
And absolutely won the moment here tonight. And, Coach, before I let you go, Sub-Regional is going to be at home. Have to feel like that home field advantage played a huge part in this game tonight. How excited are you to have that home field advantage yet again this weekend?
Yeah, we have to have a packed house. We're going to have a great team coming in, a strong team coming in out of Area 1. So we got to have this place rocking. We got to have that advantage to our disposal. And, you know, each fan out here, we had the student section come out as usual on a Saturday evening. More than likely, we got to have that same idea. I know it's Valentine's Day, but, you know, you love basketball. That's what I got to say.
I know you do, Coach. Excited about that game on Saturday. And, of course, congratulations on the win here tonight. And excited to see what the boys put out on the floor on Saturday. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Well, that'll just about do it here on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network. Like I mentioned just a second ago, we will be on the air tomorrow night, 5:15, as the girls tip off at 5:30, in hopes of doing the same thing here tonight, winning an area championship. They'll be at Stanhope Elmore facing the rival Mustangs, and we're excited to see what happens. You can tune in all the same ways you tuned in here tonight, whether it's 105.1 WRFS, or you can check out the booth cam on the Wetumpka Athletics Live YouTube channel and Facebook page. For the last time tonight, I'm Mitch Petrie, joined alongside Deacon Meeks. Thanks for listening.
You've been listening to the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network, home of the Wetumpka Indians. Presented by RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty and RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty Plus, Central Alabama Community College, and the City of Wetumpka. Sponsored in part by Collier Ford, Central Alabama Community College, RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty and RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty Plus, Baptist Health, and Baptist Ortho Now, the City of Wetumpka, Central Access, Russell Do-It Center, State Farm Agent Jackson Hagan, Wharf Casual Seafood, First Community Bank, Montgomery Fire Equipment Company, CAC Adult Learning, and Precision Floor Care. The Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network is a product of Radio Alabama Sports and Radio Alabama. This broadcast is copyrighted by Radio Alabama for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast, descriptions, or accounts of the game without Radio Alabama's consent is strictly prohibited. Thanks for listening.